Brian Tracy emphasizes that personal expectations have a profound impact on the quality of our lives. He asserts that whatever you strongly believe and expect will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. This means you're predicting your future by the way you speak about what you think will happen. If you trust that things will go well and always expect the best outcomes, they are far more likely to manifest. With years of experience and wisdom, Tracy consistently advises that expecting the best from yourself and others is key to success. One of the major differences between winners and losers is optimism. According to research from the University of Pennsylvania, the most successful people always maintain a positive and optimistic attitude toward life. Even though they face difficulties, make mistakes, and sometimes fail, they recover quickly. What matters is not whether you get knocked down, but how fast you can get back up. Tracy continues by introducing 4 core principles that help optimists outperform those who are average or pessimistic. The first principle is that optimists always think and talk about what they want, rather than dwelling on what they don't want. The brain can only hold one thought at a time, so training yourself to focus on goals and how to achieve them will crowd out negative thinking. When this habit becomes ingrained, each morning, the first thought you wake up with will be your goal and how to make it happen. The second principle is to always look for the positive in every situation. When you encounter challenges, instead of complaining, try to see the good in the problem. For example, if your home is damaged, think of it as an opportunity to move closer to your work. No matter what happens, there's always something positive you can find. Tracy likens positive thinking to a dimmer switch for a light. When your thoughts are bright and positive, the light is fully on, filling you with energy and creativity. Conversely, focusing on negative thoughts dims the light, leaving you feeling gloomy, anxious, and pessimistic. The third principle is to seek valuable lessons in every failure or difficulty. Napoleon Hill, in his 22-year study of the 500 most successful people in America, found that they always learned something from their failures. Tracy reminds us that problems are a sign of life. The only people without problems reside in one place, the graveyard. Finally, the fourth principle is to control what you can and avoid letting things outside of your control distract you. Your confidence and positive spirit will help you maintain clarity and calm, even in the most challenging situations. Tracy often shares an important concept. Problems are inevitable and a natural part of life. It's how we face and solve these problems that determines our success. He compares life's problems to a stack of dishes on a table. Some are small, but there's always one dish on top, demanding immediate attention. One practical exercise Tracy suggests is to view your biggest problem as a gift, sent to teach you a valuable lesson. Norman Vincent Peale, a friend of Tracy's, once said that when God wants to give you a gift, he wraps it in a problem. And when he wants to give you a big gift, the problem is equally large. Yet most people focus solely on the outer wrapping and miss the true gift inside, the lesson. Brian Tracy stresses that every problem contains a lesson, and often, that lesson is worth more than the problem itself. Sometimes, it's this very lesson that holds the key to your wealth and happiness. Tracy believes that a great force in the universe wants us to succeed, but to do so, we must learn the lessons that come our way. When a problem arises, the crucial question to ask is, what do I need to learn from this? And what else can I learn? The answers may reveal small, but transformative insights that can change your life if you're wise enough to notice. However, Tracy warns that if you fail to recognize the lesson hidden within a problem, it will come back, potentially in a more serious form, the next time. Brian Tracy emphasizes that if you fail to grasp the lesson from a challenge, the problem will continue to reappear until you truly understand and overcome it. Once you learn the lesson, you advance to a new level, often with new challenges. Instead of worrying, Tracy advises focusing on finding the lesson in every difficult situation. When you do this, the light switch in your mind is flipped on, making you more optimistic, creative, and positive. You become the best version of yourself, more confident, and ready to face any challenge. Tracy also highlights the importance of helping others confront their own problems. When your child or a colleague is struggling, instead of criticizing, ask, "What's good in this situation? What's the lesson?" By encouraging them to think positively and creatively, you not only help them, but reinforce your own habit of positive thinking. Tracy reminds us that we often learn the most when teaching others. He further stresses that maintaining an optimistic mindset requires constantly feeding your mind with positive information. Just as the body needs nutritious food, the mind needs to be nourished with mental protein rather than mental candy, positive thoughts, and helpful information. Optimists often start with what might seem like unrealistic expectations for success, but it's precisely this belief that helps them approach challenges with a positive mindset. They understand that every failure contains a lesson, and every problem is an opportunity for growth. Tracy concludes that winners typically have an unwavering belief in their own abilities. They believe that life is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and their results often align with their initial expectations. Successful people have an unshakable faith in their success, and it's this belief that fuels their creative energy and drive to push further in life. Brian Tracy has shared deep insights into how winners and losers view life. He stresses that people who fail are often obsessed with their current problems, such as job loss, a mundane life, or poor service. These negative thoughts create a self-fulfilling effect. What you expect is what often happens. In contrast, winners always expect better things: a better job, more money, good health, and positive relationships. They keep themselves moving forward with the belief that good things are coming. Tracy points to examples like Helen Keller, who, despite being deaf and blind, graduated with honors and devoted her life to helping others, and Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who overcame polio to become one of the greatest US presidents. Both shared a common trait: the expectation of their own success, despite immense obstacles. The most crucial element for success, Tracy emphasizes, is maintaining a positive belief in yourself and your future. Through positive expectations, you will receive exactly what you aim for in the long term. If you believe that doing the right things will lead to deserved outcomes, you will become a winner. Optimism is more than just a mindset. It's a way of life. Optimists have three standout qualities. First, they are always learning. They seek out new knowledge because learning expands their understanding and increases their chances of success. Second, they experiment frequently. They're not afraid of failure because the more they try, the more likely they are to succeed. Tracy compares this to throwing darts at a board. If you keep throwing, even if you're not the best, you're bound to hit the bullseye eventually. He humorously mentions how some people, often thought to be foolish, end up wealthy because they never stop trying and eventually succeed. The third quality of optimists is their persistence. Successful people keep going until they reach their goals, while those who fail give up too soon. It's crucial to maintain the belief that you will succeed eventually, as long as you keep working and don't quit. Optimism gives them the determination that no matter how tough things get, they will prevail and succeed. Brian Tracy encourages a simple exercise. Write down the 3 most important goals in your life right now. He believes that when you have only 30 seconds to answer, your response will be just as accurate as if you had 30 minutes or 3 hours to think it over. Brian Tracy suggests a powerful exercise. Over the next 24 hours, focus exclusively on your top 3 goals. Think and talk only about how to achieve them, without questioning their feasibility. When helping others, encourage them to focus on their own goals, look for the positive in their situations, and find the lessons in their struggles. Tracy emphasizes that his advice isn't rocket science, but rather simple, powerful principles for maintaining a positive and optimistic mindset. By consistently feeding your mind with positive thoughts and never-ending learning, anyone can become their best self and achieve success. To illustrate this, Tracy tells the story of a man in sales who decided to pursue his passion and earn a degree in rocket science. After hearing the phrase, "It's not rocket science," so many times, he wondered how hard it really could be to get a degree in the field. He visited a university, inquired about the necessary courses, and instead of spending his free time on hobbies like golf or watching TV, he devoted his evenings and weekends to studying. In the end, he graduated with a degree in rocket science. Now, whenever someone says, "It's not rocket science," he can proudly reply, "I know, I have a degree in it." Tracy uses this story to highlight that anyone, if they truly want it, can accomplish what they once thought was impossible. Nobody is inherently smarter or more capable than you. If someone is further along the path to success, it's simply because they started earlier. This means you are just as capable of achieving what they have, as long as you're determined. One of the biggest mistakes people make is expecting quick results. Many want to fix their lives overnight or become wealthy in a year, which is a common psychological trap today. Tracy stresses that success doesn't come instantly, and you can't undo years of mistakes in just one night. Achieving success is more like turning a large ship. It takes time. Based on his research, mastering any skill takes about 10,000 hours of practice, or roughly 7 years. Many people react negatively to this, wondering how old they'll be in 7 years. But the reality is, time will pass whether you want it to or not. The only question is, where will you be 7 years from now? Still lost, trying to take shortcuts, or speeding down the highway of success? Tracy references Peter Drucker, one of the leading management thinkers, who said that no business makes a profit in its first 4 years. The first 2 years are for building, and only in the next 2 years do you start making enough profit to pay off debt and truly earn. It takes 7 years for a business to succeed. If you think you can bypass this rule, you're mistaken. There's no shortcut around the time and effort required for success. Tracy advises that if you want to rise to the top of your field, nothing can stop you, unless you expect success too quickly. Instead, begin by taking courses, improving your skills, and adding value to yourself. The most important thing is to maintain an optimistic mindset. Tracy concludes with a powerful message. If you are an optimist, nothing can stop you on the path to success. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found the content helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any of the latest videos.